Hi, I'm Lee. This is Oz from Feed The Rhino.
And you're watching BandApp TV.
Alright, it's Colin here from BandApp TV. I'm here with Lee and Oz from Feed The Rhino. How you doing, guys?
Yeah, good, thank you. Yeah, really excited to be here.
Yeah, so you guys are pretty well known for being nothing short of, and I shouldn't swear because it's a TV thing, but amazing live.
Yeah, see that.
Well, Trig, who came to see you the other night, and he saw you, one of our guys here at BandApp saw you like a year or two ago or something, and he said you played to like 10 people and it was just one of the best things you'd ever seen.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter to us, like 10 people, 50 people, 500 people,
Yeah, absolutely.
2,000 people if we're lucky, you know, like,
Yeah.
we'll still go out and, like, you know, play the same way. We've always, I mean, you know, we're not sort of like kids anymore. We've all got the same attitude, you know, we're all sort of like around the 30-year-old age mark sort of, you know, sort of thing, so we go out and we do it, and that sounds a bit, sort of like a bit of an arsehole comment, but we do it for ourselves as much as we do for everybody else.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So
It doesn't really like, that's the thing, I think like, if anything, playing to smaller crowds is kind of, I don't know, I think we've always had this mentality that like, I think a lot of bands kind of get perhaps a little bit arrogant that like the crowd should be doing the work, but to us, I think we've always had that thing that it's the band that should be doing the work. So if the crowd are quiet or standing back or a little bit not involved, it's not their fault. It's our job to make it involved, so we will go to them.
I don't know if this makes any sense, but you wouldn't buy a fucking lawnmower and expect it to mow the lawn itself, do you know what I mean?
No, yeah,
if someone comes and pays to get into a show, they're going to want to see like a good show, and that's the attitude that
and if the crowd are a bit like quiet, we'll make them move.
Yeah.
Like, if we have to like literally go in and move them around ourselves, we will, and like, that's what we do.
Like,
and we've done that from day one.
But that's not because we're dickheads, that's because we just like it. We really enjoy it. Yeah, we are dickheads.
But you enjoy the guys, you know, you're playing the songs every night, so you know you've got to have that passion as well. So you guys are playing the lock-up stage about 4ish, you mentioned.
Yeah, 4:30, bro.
4:30. So how's that feeling? How's
Good.
the
I mean,
anticipation?
we're still a little bit far away at the minute. We've got like a good couple of hours to relax, but I'm sure
I don't think it's really sunken in yet.
Yeah.
But, like, it's just what's been weird is we've turned up and we've already watched two of like our close friends, you know, that we've been gigging with and hanging out with and partying with for like 3 or 4 years, playing the main stage. So I think we've almost like had a rush just watching our friends play, and it's like almost haven't kind of got round to like the thought of actually we're playing as well. You know,
it's
so
nice that it is to grow on that sort of like to grow as a band and to tour with the bands that we've toured with, like Welsh Sleeps. Us and Sleeps played together about 3.5 years ago, 4 years ago.
20 people.
To about 50 or it must be 50 people at the London Bar Flop. And you know, like watching both bands come up and then walking straight into this festival, you know, and we're playing later and then walking straight out onto them, watching them on the main stage. It's a really proud accomplishment.
Massively, we all, I mean, that's the thing I just said to them over there, like, it was like, you know, we were all just like, so proud, like, Lisa, like, you know, without being patronising, it is massively proud, because it's like, you know, that band, we know how hard they work, because we've worked with them. So, like, to watch someone have that success, it's like, it's brilliant.
That's the thing with
and Skin Dread, and Bring Me the Horizon, and Bury Tomorrow, and Mallory Knots, you know, like, they're all friends of ours.
It's almost like a new kind of breed of heaviness as well, that I think's kind of been almost lacking.
I think so,
that kind of, I think when I was kind of listening to like the really heavy bands, they weren't really putting on the show with it. It was all kind of what I would call like heads down and see you at the end. It's kind of there and it's good and I like it, but I think there's almost a new brutality when it comes, you know, with the live performance with it, of getting in people's faces.
I mean, look, man, like for me, you know, like as a front man, like I do tend to enjoy myself and go wild. But again, it's because I really enjoy myself and enjoy what I'm doing, and it kind of compels you to be like that. And it's like watching, when I turn around and I see like my closest friends, like we're like family, you know, I see them doing what I'm doing, it makes me buzz and it makes me want to get that out, you know. And it seems to be over the last few years that the crowds have been getting more and more involved with us.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, we feel a little bit of sport. Like, you know, we played the warm-up show the other night, the BandApp warm-up show, and it was fantastic because we played to like, it wasn't a lot of people because they was already here. So, you know, but it was still the same feeling.
And like, you know, that's, you know, you don't know what's, as I said, I think we've like, learned not to have too much. I just don't have any expectation. I think of a show, because I think I put it on myself. It's like if a show's going to be good, it's because we've played well. It's not the crowd. So like to be playing a show and having like as I said, it's a warm-up show. A lot of people are Reading, and then having people singing along a song that's been released for 48 hours.
Yeah.
And there was people singing all the words.
Brilliant.
Like, that was mental.
It's a real feeling, isn't it?
Yeah, real. Yeah.
We have been. I feel like we've been spoiled over the last sort of year. We've been on tour with some fantastic bands, and we've also gone out and done a headlining run ourselves. And we're playing to packed rooms,
every night,
every single night, and it's just like an incredible feeling to see where we're pumping.
So what's next? Obviously, you guys have just signed to Century Media recently, haven't you? So I'm guessing there's a third album on the way.
There is, yeah.
When are we going to get a little bit of a butchers?
No official dates, but
okay.
To add as well, it's not just Century. It's
Century Media, Siege of Amida records, but it's not going to be till next year, definitely.
But it's exciting because we've really to be fair, we said to each other the other day that this is the most that we've enjoyed writing, because the last
two albums, natural as well. Yeah.
I felt like the last album for me, not insulting us, to be insulting towards us, but for me the first album was just a kind of a glamorised EP, but getting us noticed. Whereas the second album was the Pressure album, because that had some expectation with it.
Of course, yeah.
Where this one, people know what we're about. We've been playing these songs to people for the last sort of 2-3 years. It's just not a nice writing process now.
Do you know it's been funny writing this album, because like the Burning Suns, we said it in interviews last year and stuff. Like the writing process was like hell, but like in a good way. But it was like we were so picky about everything. We took 2 years to write the record. It was the first album that I was involved with the writing of all the way through, and I produced it. And so it was like I really got involved. I think really emotionally involved into it, and it was hard. Everyone was really invested into it, and it was like grafting.
It was really weird, because we kind of put this just unwanted pressure that shouldn't have been there, and we locked ourselves away. We actually all took time off what we were doing. We was like, right, let's lock ourselves away for like 3 weeks, and we did. We locked ourselves away for 3 weeks in a rehearsal room.
And I'm still proud of that record. Obviously, I'm really proud of it, and I think we were really trying to, because you know what, I think we've all been musicians for like decades. We're not new to this. We started as kids, and as Lee said, we were all like late 20s, early 30s, whatever. So we kind of wanted to show, I think, with our last record, that Mr. Red Eye, very simplistic, like punk rock, heavy album. We're like, actually, we can do a bit more. We can show this, and I think that we put that pressure on to really show our kind of diversity. And this record, it has been so, touch wood, so easy to write. I'll be turning up with a song and I'll go, look, I've just kind of got this idea. You expect everyone to go, well, I like that bit, and that's how we've written before. And I'll go, this is what I've got, and everyone goes, sweet, right, next song. And it's been like this really natural
level as well.
Well, the thing is as well, that's just like it's like when we come together, we've all got so many different influences. Like Oz has got his influences, I've got my influences, and we're starting to bring it to the table more now with this writing, and we're a lot more free with ourselves. Whereas we was like before on the Burning Suns, we was like, no, we have to write this song like this because that's how it's got to sound. Well, that's like bollocks, because it's
And I think as well, with the Burning Suns, we were like, as I said, I think like because we've got all these different interests and like influences and stuff, maybe we were all trying to get something else out of the record. I think we all had a personal point to prove and a personal mission with that record. I know certainly Chris did, because his drumming is so good on that album. I think not enough people notice how good his drumming is on that record.
Yeah, he's fucking awesome.
Amazing drumming, and like Lee's vocals, the lyrics, everything. We really worked hard, but we were all coming from maybe a slightly different, perhaps selfish way. With this record, we're just like, you know what, we're just going to write some cool songs, and it's been so easy. And
so 2040,
so happy.
That's when it's going to come out, and like hopefully people will definitely.
It's the best album we've ever been. The best album we've done so far. I can say it comfortably.
We'll look forward to that, boys. So thank you so much for your time. We'll wrap it up there.
Nice one.
Thank you so much, fellas.
Thank you, mate. It's been a pleasure.